I'm going to go over two tickers on the 5-minute time frame. First up is Mrvl. We ended the week at $62.87, down nearly 19%. The semiconductor space got clobbered. Trader Murat says he considers this a buying opportunity and plans on buying before the bounce back when the market reopens on Tuesday. So let me go over the price targets. We are right here. The middle of the trend takes us back to roughly right where that line is at 66.40. This will be resistance. So we could chop sideways or continue to go down because we are still in a downward channel. Above that, at 2 standard deviations, takes us to roughly 74.23. Should we be so lucky as to get to a higher level, that would close out a gap at 77.26. 3 SDs would be 78.08. And don't hold your breath for price to get to this level on Tuesday. That would be 82.06, and you know exactly what's going to happen if we do touch that area with a wick. Now to the south side, because there's always a south side, that would be roughly 58.86. This is one level of support where I anticipate a bounce as people buy the dip, or we could chop sideways from there. And below that, roughly 54.92. This is also another potential stop loss area. And 51.08. So a stop loss, stop loss, stop loss, or a buy-in, depends on what your goal is. This is your potential take profit, take profit, take profit. Those are your outliers. And if you look left, you can see that this gap closed, just a tiny one, at 74.86. This is a clear area of resistance and a flush down. Oops, this keeps doing this to me. I'm hitting this at the wrong spot. You have to be right on, and it's getting wonky today. All right, what happened here? So we didn't quite make it to this line, but we went sideways, and now we're edging a little bit even lower, and this is turning sideways. But 2 days ago, oh, no. I'm going to show you something else, another news article I saw when I do the next ticker. So here's your support. This is resistance on the way up, resistance on the way up, and we just chop sideways. Now let me take a look at this. Oh, really quickly. There's a nice potential gap to the upside, and that is, wait a second, I got to get off of that magnet. So we've got the gap right there, and it started right about there. Now I can turn that back on. Hit it a little more precisely. And that looks like it touched, but it didn't. That looked like it touched there. It didn't. So that will extend above here. So that's the target for possibly, oops, Command Z, later in the week. But I'm going to do something while I'm here, and I'm going to mark out Friday, the 5th. Come on. Oh, my stomach's growling. I'm not even hungry. All right, so by the end of the week, if we continue to go south, obviously this is a gap fill at 80.26. We are moving farther away from it, it appears at this moment, but the middle of the trend could take us to right here, 54.72. Wow, that's a big dump if that's the case. Now let me go to the daily and give you some buy and sell signals. Look at this through technical analysis here. So the end of the week is right here. So 2 standard deviations takes us to 112.89, and to the south side would be 39.44, which I do not think we will get to that level now that semiconductors have run, although this is a pullback. But the 1-year price target on this puppy, well, first we have to hit 86.92. Let me just mark that out. And I like to do my price targets in white. That way I know easily where that is. 86, everything's color coded now. Okay, so that's the target. And if we get to this level, of course, we're going to slice through that. And what else do the analysts say based on 43 people? So 64, oh, there's no more downward action. Usually that's in red and there's usually something, but not here. But we are in a downward channel still, so I think we could go lower. 64.31 and 86.92. Again, we're at 62.87. All right, the RSI, oh, going straight down, and we haven't touched this critical area, so we could hit down here and then start to turn around. That's the daily. So for the weekly, we're still going down, so I will anticipate some more bleeding. So to the south side, that will be 51.17. All right, and to the upside, where this gap fill is at 80.15. And see, looking left, all resistance up here, and what happens at resistance? It starts to crater. I just use this as support and resistance. Overbought, oversold is just support and resistance to me. And monthly, what's happening? I can't really see that with that line in my way now. So we are still going down on the monthly. All right, I think there's still more bleeding to do. And then reversal here, reversal there. Sell off here, here, and here. What did it look like on the 5? Oh yeah, that's right. It was kind of going sideways. All right, that is it. Did I give you the price target on the monthly? Let me just look at this again. See, overbought here. And here, look at, we even went out the line, outside of the lines I drew. Okay, so one leg up from there would be 92.76, and since we're here, 50.68. Many levels of support and resistance in between. Turn on your buy and sell bots, your Bollinger Bands, your VWAP, whatever you like to do. So that is it for Mrvl. Now I want to take a look at an ETF. If you don't like to do individual tickers like Trader Murat, perhaps this is an option. I do have Soxl, and I just bought some on Friday and we bled out. I bought it when it was actually at -3 standard deviations, and as I've mentioned many times, the program recalculates. So you're always typically staying within 2 and -2. So now -2 is here at 25.21. So let's give you some price targets. So I did buy some and then it bled out some more, but that's okay. Then we have this green candle here. All right, here are your targets. This is the middle of the trend. I turned it red on accident. I don't know what the heck I hit. 26.70, 28.18. Don't hold your breath for price to get to here, but if it does, that's 28.94, and definitely not here on Tuesday. 29.67. Some other day, perhaps. The middle of the trend, oh, that's right here, so let me mark that out. Change the color to purple, and that's 25.20, 24.46 for support and a potential stop loss area, as well as 23.71. Wow, I hope it doesn't bleed out to there, but I will probably buy more. So let me show you what it looks like looking left. So we had this gap because on Friday or Thursday morning we dumped, but whenever we reverse, darn it, I knew I'd hit that at the wrong spot. That's 28.51, and that will start here at roughly 27.35. So we have resistance, pullback, bounce, resistance, sell off, and bounced off of this line I drew, which now turns into support on the way down. Resistance on the way up, chopping down, support, buy-in. And we have this gap that I've been tracking. So that's a potential to the upside at 29.34. And that gap closed, ran up to resistance and sold off. And that took us to 29.24. And I know that I've done this many times before, but there was a trader late, I think, asking when it would get there, and we did. So yay. So this gap opened up on Thursday, August the 7th, and closed, I haven't looked at this for a while, on the 20th of August. So congrats if you played it short, and then it bounced off of your line. I'm going to delete that. So it's good to go back and clean this up. Again, I haven't done this in a long time. That closed on the 31st of July, taking us down to 25.61. Delete, delete. I bought on Friday just to trade it. I don't plan on keeping those shares. But look at this. Look at all of these pullbacks. That will eventually happen, and we are in a downward channel. Keep that in mind, all the way to 19 bucks. Will we get there? I don't know. Oh, and even here, 14, 13.33. This one closed. I should do this. Let's do this on the 15th so I can see this a little bit better. So what happened? Oh, yeah, that's correct. So this one closed on the 12th of August, taking us to 27.48. This one closed, took us to 27.47. Delete, that's done. This one, anywhere you see a price label, that means I have not cleaned it up and it needs to be done. Delete. All right, now we are looking nice and tidy, I think. Now let's go to the 15. Analysts do not give price predictions for ETFs, but I will give them to you because I just look at the chart. It's not that hard. I'll call myself an analyst. Just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. Just kidding. All right, where are we? 26. Where is the price label? See, it's wonky now. How weird. Where did it go? Oh, I don't know. But here is, I think that's it. Well, 26.04. Oh, here it is. 26.04. Oh, that's because I was looking for a purple color. See, that's how important it is to do color coding so you see. So here we are to the north side, 30.77, and then all of these targets to the south side, and that is at 14.60, which I don't think we'll get there anytime soon. All right. Oh, Dr. Harry. Oh, yeah, Dr. Harry bought at 7.88, sold out at 10.20 for a huge gain. I still own mine at 9.35, and that's all I own, 9.35 and 26, whatever I said. All right, RSI going down. And on the weekly, going down. On the monthly, monthly's looking better. Oops. It's going up, so that's good. So hopefully, as Trader Mrvl said, he's going to buy the dip. Oh yeah, here's the article I saw. Citi says, chips still have room to run, buy the dips. All right, so that's it. Oh, one thing I want to look at Mrvl. When was the last time I looked? Did I ever look at this? Oh yeah, I did, duh. All right, I guess when I looked at this a long time ago, we were down here at 1625 here, 92.03, and then support down here. That took us to 33.81. Resistance here, 85, and then resistance up here. All right, but the last time I did a video. I mean, we were here and here and here, and I did a video with Mrvl back on July 16th. So yeah, I have not looked at this for a long time. So here it is. Here's your sell signal, giving it back, and now we're up and then now back down. So hopefully we'll get another leg up with this one. All right, that does it for me for Mrvl and Soxl. I still need to do a video on snow with Trader Mrvl and also SoFi. So watch out for those videos. Meantime, check out my Gap and Go for this upcoming week, my Gap and Go video. All right, have a great trading week.